Hi! Thank you guys so much for coming back. Today I'm doing a full face tutorial. I'm starting from scratch. I'm going to be appearing with no makeup. Oh, it's kind of a big deal for me to do that, but it's a good thing. It's a very humbling thing. This is one of my favorite looks, and it's my husband's favorite too, so I like to keep the husband happy. But it's a fun look too, and it's good. I mean, you could wear this any time of day, any time of year, and you can't go wrong. So if you want to see how you can get this look with purple eyes, then just keep on watching. Alright, well, I'm being brave again and showing you my face with no makeup. I have put on my moisturizer and my lip gloss because I don't want my lips to be parched when I put on my lipstick. That wouldn't be good. I am going to get started with my foundation, and I'm using the same foundation that I showed you in a previous tutorial. It's the CoverGirl Outlast Stay Fabulous 3-in-1. I love this. It primes, conceals, and has good coverage. Alright, and I'm going to put it on my hand. I'll put about that much. And I'm going to grab my Sigma flat top kabuki brush and dip it in and just start dabbing it onto my face. And then I'm going to just start blending it in. There really isn't a right or wrong way to do this part, but you do want to make sure that you blend it into your neck. And I'm not going to focus too much on my under eye area because after I put on the foundation, I'll go in with concealer and just put that under my eyes. So with the kabuki brush, just blend it in and make sure that there aren't lines or streaks. And if there are, which sometimes there can be, I'm going to use my beauty blender to just go over those streaks. If you see me grab my beauty blender, that's what I'm doing. I'm just smoothing out any streaks that might have popped up. Alright, I am going to grab my Instant Age Rewind Dark Eraser by Maybelline, and it is the brightener. This is what I use on a daily basis under my eyes, and I think it does a pretty good job of brightening my eyes. As you can see, I'm a little bit tired. I have not been sleeping the best, so thank God for this product. You can put as much or as little as you please. I usually put about that much. Alright, and I'm going to just dab it with my beauty blender. I'm not pressing against it, I'm just dabbing because I don't want to remove the product, I just want to blend it in. I did put the beauty blender onto my eyelids. That'll sort of act as an eye primer. I'm not going to be using an official primer today, so the concealer is going to act as an eye primer. Alright, that is finished. The next thing I'm going to do is grab my Revlon Photo Ready bronzer, and there are 4 shades, and I'm going to use my Real Techniques blush brush, and I'm just going to swipe the brush all over the 4 colors like that, blow off the excess powder, that's my thing, and I'm going to put it, I'm not going to bring it all the way into the apple of my cheek. I'll stop right about where the apple of my cheek starts, and I'm not contouring, this isn't officially contouring, I'm just bronzing, but just to explain to you what I'm doing. I'm doing circular motions and apparently grabbing some hair. Blending it into my hairline. grabbing some more product and doing the same thing on the other side. Now I'm also going to put a little bronzer on my temples. I'm also going to grab my e.l.f. Golden Bronzer. I use this on a daily basis in place of any sort of finishing powder, especially in the summertime. I feel like this is a lighter coverage than if I were to use actual finishing powder. So in the summertime, I use the bronzer in place of powder. And I'm kind of just going back over where I placed the other bronzer. This bronzer is more sheer, so I'm using my kabuki brush and just blending in the bronzer over top of it. And I'm literally just placing this over top of where I placed the previous bronzer. Alright, next I'm going to do my blush, and my go-to color for the summer is always Wet n Wild Pearlescent Pink. As you can see, I use it quite frequently. I am actually going to be using an e.l.f. complexion brush to apply my blush, and I'm shaking off any excess. And then I'm going to start right about here where the apple of my cheek begins and swipe it up towards my temple. Alright, and I'm going to go back over with the same kabuki brush that I placed the bronzer with. I'm not adding any product to the brush, but I am going to use it to blend the blush in because it can look a little too rosy if I don't do this step. So I'm just blending it in. Alright, and we're finished with the face. I'm moving on to my eyebrows now, and I'm going to use a spoolie brush to just go over my brows and make sure that they're all smooth and ready for the shadow that I'm going to use to fill them in. Alright, I'm going to grab my e.l.f. small angled brush, and like I did before, I'm using my Maybelline Stylish Smokes Made for Mocha, and it's an eyeshadow. It is not technically eyebrow shadow, but it does the job, and I'm pretty happy with it. All done with that, I am going to now do my eyeshadow, and today I'm only using the Wet n Wild Petal Pusher palette. It's a purple palette. I am going to first grab the top left color, and I'm going to apply that on the inner portion of my lid, and then I'm also going to apply it right underneath my brow as a highlight. Alright, now I'm going to use the other side of the same brush, and I'm going to pick up the top right color of the palette. It's like a light shimmery pink, and I'm going to place that on the rest of my lid. As I'm doing this, I'm patting it on. I'm not stroking it because sometimes the stroking motion can actually make the product cake a little bit, and I really don't want that. So I'm just patting it on and building it up until it's the desired color that I want. Next, I'm going to grab a fluffy brush. I'm using the same one that I've used in my previous tutorials, and I'm going to pick up the second shade down on the left. I'm going to be using this color on my crease. This will kind of be the blending shade. Using a windshield wiper motion. And then out here I'm doing a little bit of a circular motion on the outer portion of my crease. So I finished doing the crease with my blending brush, and now I'm going to pick up another brush that you've seen me use before. It has the pencil on one end and just a really big fluffy brush on the other end. I'm going to be using the pencil first, and I'm going to pick up a little bit of the bottom and the second to bottom on the left side. I'm going to kind of grab some of this color, grab some of this color, and then grab this color. What I'm going to be doing is putting it only on the outer portion of my crease and the outer portion of my lid, and it's going to come out looking a bit like a V, and then I'll blend it in after I apply it. I'm going to take what's left on the brush and put it on my under eye area and stop it at the middle of my lower lid as well. Just lightly sweeping it across. Alright, now I'm going to take the fluffy end of that brush. I'm taking the fluffy end of the brush and I'm going over what I just did with the pencil brush. I'm just kind of rubbing it around, but not taking it in to my whole crease. I'm just keeping it where the color is already placed. Okay, I'm going to do the very same thing on the other eye. And then what I always do once I'm finished with my crease in my outer area is I go back with my C brush and I'm going to apply the pinkish shade that I did on the outer portion of my lid. And I didn't add any product when I applied it under the brow. I just wanted to add a little extra shimmer so that my eyes looked a little extra brighter. I love this Jordana Fabuliner. It is awesome. It's not the same kind of tip as the Line Stiletto by Maybelline. I think this would even be better for new beginners with eyeliner because you have more control over where you're placing the liner. So I'll go ahead and show you how I do that. So I've created a line where I want the liner to stop, which is right there. Then I'm going to keep dragging it to as far in on my lid that I want it to stop. But I don't want it to be a harsh stop, so I'm going to press the liner instead of like dragging it and using it like a marker. I'm gonna use it like a stamp. I'm just gonna stamp it onto this part where it stopped so that it gradually goes instead of just being a harsh stop. Okay, so I stamped it. Now I'm going to almost do the same thing, but only with the very tip of the pen. I'm gonna do it on the very outer part here to create the cat eye. And I do this pretty much every time that I do eyeliner. I always make it a little bit winged out. Sometimes it's more than others, but and it also kind of just depends on how it falls. If it goes more, great. If not, great. So I'm just using the very tip of the eyeliner, and I'm gonna like stamp it up. And then blend that into the other line that I already created. Then I'm just gonna fill in the traced area and make sure that I bring the eyeliner all the way down to my lashes. And that's it. I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. The last thing that I have to do, well actually there's two more things I have to do, but first I'm going to do my mascara, and I'm using what I always use, the Great Lash, Maybelline Great Lash Lots of Lashes in Blackest Black. I'm applying it just like you would any mascara. So all I have left is lipstick, and I have been obsessed with the Maybelline Vivid line. I've used this color before in a tutorial, and I'm using it again because I love it. It is Maybelline Hot Plum, and I'm just putting it on like you do any old lipstick. There's not really any magic to it. And I always like to go over my lipstick with a gloss. My favorite gloss line is by Rimmel, and it's the Stay Glossy, and they recently came out with a 3D. So today I am using the Stay Glossy 3D, and it is in Candy Floss. I've used this before as well. It's just a pink, and I'm going to put it right on over the lipstick I just applied. Alright, that's it. I am done. This is the final look. If you guys enjoyed this, I really would like to know. I love doing different looks with my eyes. So if that's something that you're interested in, please let me know, because I don't want to bore you to death with tons and tons of eyeshadow tutorials. Thank you for watching, and if you liked this, why don't you go ahead and click the like button below. You could even leave a comment and let me know what you thought. I love it, I love you, and I hope that you have a wonderful day, and thank you for watching. Hi, a full face. My phone keeps going off because I'm going to go ahead and, because after It's ridiculous. My jaw just popped. Oh, I think I need to get that checked out. Oh, I can't even put on my lipstick. I have lipstick on my teeth. Oh! Okay. What was I going to? Oh, that was my phone. Focus, Rebecca. Focus. What was I gonna say? So, thank you for watching. Thank you for all of your sleep deprivation is getting to me. I cannot even think. Or I could do this one. Let's see, what would be a fun, exciting goodbye? Thanks. Thanks for watching. No. Thank you, but no. No, that sounds terrible. You don't need to know that. Why does my phone keep going off?